the Power Rangers. Here come the Power Rangers. Here come the Power Rangers. Alright, let's go. It's time to turn it on. Let's set the record straight. We're out here to right the wrong. Fight evil with the power standing strong. Got going on Mystic Force. There's no... Okay, stop. I'm gonna mess it up. Okay. Okay, get off the floor. I'm already up. They can probably see you.
Hope not.
I hope they could.
Alright, I'm Caleb.
I'm Daniel.
And this is Wolfpack Attack.
Rare. This is Mighty Morph A Thon number 17.
Wow. Now, I'll be reading Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher, Hearts of Darkness. Goodbye.
Not a sponsor. Yep. Okay, so in this season, this is about a war called like the Great War. Well, that's like the backstory. It's called the Great War, I think. And it's just like a war between like wizards and warlocks and magicians. Probably not. But it's just like a big war of like magic and stuff. So, yeah, and an earthquake happens in the city called Briarwood, and it unleashes the portal to the magic dimension. And we meet our rangers. We got Nick, who is the Red Ranger, and he's pretty cool. He's probably like my top 5 Red Rangers, because he's actually really cool. Like, at first he's kind of like, I don't know, magic and wizards and Dungeons and Dragons. He's just like, he doesn't believe in any of it, but eventually he does become the Red Ranger, and he controls fire, which is pretty cool. And it seems like he has like a dragon or something, and it's pretty cool. So, then we have Chip, who is the Yellow Ranger, and he's just like the comic book nerd, and everyone calls him like the superhero expert. And he's kind of like Cisco from The Flash, where he just like, he knows all this stuff, and he's like an expert, and he's definitely the one that's the most excited to become a Power Ranger. And he's really cool to watch. Then we have Maddie, who is the Blue Ranger, and she's just kind of like, she protects everyone and just makes sure they're all safe, and she definitely knows how to fight. She's pretty good. She's the Blue Ranger. And her actual sister, who is Vita, who's the Pink Ranger, she's like this DJ punk rock person, and she cannot stand the color pink, so of course she's the Pink Ranger. And yeah, she's pretty good. She's a pretty good Pink Ranger. Like, I had no complaints about her. Like, she was pretty good. And then we have Xander, who is the Green Ranger, and I swear this dude got bullied so much for his Australian accent of all things, and like, people are just so mean to him. I mean, he was funny to watch though. He has an ego at first, which aggravated me, but it eventually, like, you see him like grow, and he doesn't have as big of an ego when the show keeps going, which is good. But yeah, he's a pretty good character. And their kind of Zordon character's name is Udana, and she's like the one who brings them together, and she's pretty cool. Okay, like, more goes into her as the show goes on. I'll get into that in the spoiler part. And, yeah, and then we have side characters like Claire, who's like Udana's niece, and she's like a wizard in training, but she like messes up everything. Then we have Toby, who actually owns the record shop that they all kind of hang out plus work at. And that's pretty cool. Like, it's very relatable. Like, Toby's a very relatable person, because he's kind of like, he likes the Power Rangers. Like, he's like, yeah, they're pretty cool people. He's kind of like the Ernie of this season. But, you know, like, not. Like, he's a lot more relatable person, because he just, like, he likes music. He all the time makes, like, music references, and he just likes bands and stuff. He was a pretty cool guy. And then we have Phineas, who's, like, this weird, like, troll human guy, and he gets more into it. I'm not gonna really tell what he does. The plot in this season actually is very, very complicated, so I'm not going to go as in-depth as I usually do. But it's pretty cool the way where it goes. Then we got the villain, Mordecon. Yeah, Mordecon. And I swear he is one of the coolest Power Ranger villain designs. The villains in general in this season have very, very unique and cool designs, and whoever designed the monsters for this season, did a great job. And like, yeah, like the villains in this one are like, just seeing their designs is worth watching the season. So yeah, I'm gonna get into spoilers soon, but yes, I highly recommend Power Rangers Mystic Force. It is my favorite Disney-produced season, just because like it's so unique. It's got magic in it, and like it's like no other Power Ranger season. And if you see, because I have the action figure right here, the Rangers actually have capes in this season, which is very unique and very cool. Now he probably won't stand up once I... No? Okay, cool, he stood. And then they transform into their Zords. Like, it ain't just like they're like robots. They transform into them. Like, this is actually them when they're kind of like in them. Like, they become the Zords, which is very, very cool and very neat. It's a very unique season. So yeah, I'm going to get into spoilers now, so if you haven't seen Power Rangers Mystic Force, don't watch past this point. But yeah, I highly recommend that you should watch it. So yeah, we actually learned that Nick's real name is Bowen, and his mom and dad is actually Udana, and a villain that we meet later called Leonbo. I think he's a villain. His name was like Korag. I think they end up making him good, and his name's Leonbo, and it ends up being Nick's dad. And Udana's his mom, and we go a lot into that, and that's very cool the way they do it. So, and there's no crossover with SPD, but we do see Piggy in one episode, which is cool. But there's no crossover, which is weird, but, you know, whatever. It's a very weird and unique season. It's definitely very Lord of the Rings inspired in that way of, like, magic and wizards, and, like, you can tell it's just, like, very, like, Dungeons and Dragons, like. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a really neat season. I highly recommend it. I think you should watch it if anyone listens to me. You know, whatever. That's about all I'm going to say about it. But yes, it's very good and I highly recommend it. So, get out from your comic. Yes, until next time, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Caleb.
This
is WolfpackATTACK.
Rare. Magical Source! Mystic Force!
Tell us what you thought in the comments.
Yeah!
Bye!
Bye!